Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of Toys in My Closet. Today, I am your host, He-Bot, and we're going to take a quick look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse McFarlane Collector's Edition DC Platinum Edition Hawkman. And I know that was a mouthful, but this is the actual true colors of Hawkman, the actual comic accurate color Hawkman. And McFarlane, I am so mad at you because this is a definitely mishap. There's no way in the world that I don't understand that you would think that people would actually want the other Hawkman you did, which looks absolutely stunning, don't get me wrong, in his newer 52 type fucking costume over the classic Hawkman. It should have been the other way around, that the Platinum Edition was the 52 look, like you did Firestorm and like you did with Sinestro. This is what people wanted. This is the Hawkman, not the other one. And you made me have to go out my way to go and search for it on the third party market, where other people find stuff and easier in their areas or stuff like that to pay for this. And I had to pay a higher price point, way more than I should have paid. I mean, I paid $65 for this thing without tax and without shipping. That is insane, and that's a shame, because it's a $30 figure. And I understand people need to make a markup, I get it, but the fact that this is the one classic color of a main character, newly introduced into the line that people are going to want and be sought after, and you did not make it the main one, shame on you, McFarlane. That was a wrong move. Maybe you thought because the colors are old school, they might be considered goofy and they might not want it. No. Any real DC comic book fan is going to want the original colors. Doesn't matter how bright the colors are, that does not matter. We love original comic colors. Everything else is a bonus, like the other version. This is what we wanted. And let's take a look in the plastic box. And you see how nice it looks with the beautiful whited out eyes, beautiful orange mask with the beak in the front, the black hair running down his shoulder, the harness in yellow with these Hawkman symbol in black, the yellow belt, the wonderful carrot looking underwear in orange, green pants, orange boots with the yellow stripes. I think it's the yellow pink stripes on the side, I think. And then the gloves with the feathers in yellow, and they are green. And then his mace, of course, with the gunmetal. It says McFarlane Collector's Edition, DC Multiverse, Hawkman, all in that vac metal-y look. And then the Platinum label is right there, for Platinum Edition. Then it says Hawkman in the side, right? It's number 5 in this series. And then remember, the original color one is from the 0 Hour comic. And you turn around, and here is Hawkman with the 0 Hour, this, a portrait of him in the comics from the 0 Hour art and book. And story. So you see that it's a lot darker. His wings are gray, not brown. His pants are like a bluish or navy blue. His harness is like a navy blue and gray. It's completely different. So it looks beautiful, the art and the box and the way it's presented looks really, really good. So let's take a quick look at this character. Let's take him out of the box, see what he has to offer, see if he's any good, see if he was worth the extra dollars, the headache, whatever the case may be. The point is, I hope you sit down, sit back, relax, have a digital drink, and join me for the entire ride and review. I'll see you guys in the blink of an eye. Here we go, guys. Here we have Hawkman in his classic colors, or comic colors, out of packaging and in all of his glory. And in typical McFarlane fashion, he's an excellent figure, but has a lot of continuous QC issues that McFarlane toys seem to have. But if you notice right off the back also, there's a different change on him that I had to do and go out my way in order to have him in full classic mode. So let's take a closer look at him first. As you see here, in all of his glory, right? He has the wonderful hawkman cowl with all that leathery, feathery detail going up to the ears in orange and in very pliable plastic. The eyes, the beak going down with the yellow, and then the hair coming out with black, which none of the other figures had, but with him it makes sense because it just looks more realistic. He has some blotches on there and there in the face, but I don't know if I can get him out. And then you see the chest harness, the classic yellow with red, black. You see the details in his chest of he has hair, but it's not painted in, and neither is on the forearms. He's got the black gloves on one side, as you see there. And then he has the harness here on the shin guard, right, or on the forearm guard, with some yellow tassels, and then the glove. This is usually what they use to like hold actual hawks and stuff on, that come and land on your hand. Which I don't know if he has that in the comic, but I guess he might. Then you have, all the details in the abs, the utility belt in yellow, as you see, all nicely sculpted, all nicely detailed. The orange crotch piece, then the spandex going down, pants in green, and then obviously with the boots being new, having that same kind of bubbly design from the crotch piece going down with the yellow stripe all the way to, the foot area, and right here the same on this side. So you see his wings, they're beautifully detailed with some blue-gray, and on this side as well, really, really nicely done on all those sides. Now, if you notice, they're blue-gray because those are the ones that come with the 52 version. So I had to buy 2 versions to change the wings just to get the classic look for Hawkman, even though I already had to go out my way and buy this in the aftermarket to get him because it's the platinum edition, which means it's only 1 per case with the classic color. But since I like Hawkman so much, I didn't have him. It really didn't bother me a lot to get him. But the fact that I had to get him in the third party market outsourced and pay double the amount is kind of aggravating, because this is and should have been the regular release, just like Firestorm. And a lot of people may not agree with me, but I truly believe that. He looks fantastic. But the problem with this is that the weight of the wings, he's pushing back on the torso cut. And with time, it's probably going to get weak, where he can never really move forward because the weight's going to push him back. And then also the continuous ratchet ankle articulation that you can never really get it to stand up straight the way you want it to without fighting with it for like 2 months. And I don't know why McFarlane doesn't change that, knowing that it doesn't work for all figures. So that's the only, aggravation that I have, mainly with this figure. But as far as aesthetic looks, I think it looks fantastic. It looks great. So let's take a quick look at what he brings as far as accessories, which is not much, but let's check them out anyway. So there it is. As far as accessories, it's no cap. He brings this stand, which now has the tempo with the actual colored in silver. Then he brings his classic mace, which, to be honest, the one that the 52 brings is actually a lot nicer, because it has like more paint job and it has like the wrappings in brown. So I don't know, but this still looks cool. A lot of detail with the spikes, and that is his weapon of choice. Now, it did bring one more thing. I'm lying, but it's something that's like, really, and that's this. Let me go back a little bit. That's this card holder with the DC logo. What you do is you put the card on top of it to display it like so, as you see there, to make it look nice. And I really don't like if you're gonna give us this with this nice plastic piece for that, whatever you pay for this and the card for the artwork, right, and for the display stand, just give us like maybe more hands or even effects, like electricity effect for the mace. For the mace to go on here would have been awesome with some extra hands, or even a flight stand because it's Hawkman. So that's all he brings as far as accessories go. Now let's take a look at the articulation. So as far as the articulation goes, Hawkman's head does go left, does go right, goes back about that much, but it hinders with the hair, goes down a nice amount, and it has nice tilt. So it looks left to right with no problem. So the head is really good. As far as the shoulders, it goes up that much, which is a nice amount, 180 degrees. Has that butterfly, piece and cut, bicep, and then obviously it has the double on the elbow, which I'm trying to get to bend. Oh no! No way! Come on, there you go. I'm trying to get it to bend. Oh, this piece seems to be really loosey-goosey. There you go. As far as the elbow bend, wrist swivel, and in this case goes in and out. With the wrist swivel, it has really good waist swivel, and the torso, of course, nice range of movement. You can move left, you can move right, you can move forward that much, hyperextend them back that much, then you get the Van Dam split with the legs always, then a little bit, very little, but a little bit of thigh swivel, double on the knee, no boot, but get the up, the down, and then the forward pin rocker with the toe tip articulation. As far as bringing up the feet to kick, it's a nice amount. As you can see, you can move it back, and again, good range and amount of articulation. But like I said, due to the nature of the wrist, ankle, it's hard to stand them up, and then obviously the wings being so heavy, which also have a point of articulation, but it's minimal. It goes in and out like so, and they go down, up, like so. But they're kind of tight. But they're nicely tight in there, so they should never really give you a problem. As you can see, you see how he's going back. I want to keep him where, it holds well, but it's hard. It's hard to do because of his how heavy they are. The wings are heavy. It's hard to do it unless you bring the wings in and kind of keep the weight more balanced, like so. So Hawkman's articulation is pretty good. Let's just put on his accessories now. And there he is. There is Hawkman with the accessories. Literally just the mace. And then on the stand, I pose them up a little dynamic as I could. And bring this over. Since he has, his mace and he's ready to rock. There you go. So Hawkman, he looks absolutely stunning. He really does. One of the best looking entries of a secondary character that McFarlane has done so far for DC, which just makes me excited to see what he does with the other guy, with the other Hawk and Hawk Girl and Vigilante and what's his name, the Guardian. Oh, so many like awesome characters that he still can do, which I'm looking forward to seeing. He looks fantastic. So now let's take a look at some comparisons. And here we go, comparison time. And look, he's got a twin brother. Wow. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the Mattel DC Universe Classics Hawkman. And you see that Mattel was not afraid to bring him out in the colors that he was originally intended from the comics. Now, as you can see there, the harness is brown with his mace. He doesn't have really the spikes. And I think that was due to safety reasons, because they were selling in the kids section as toys, as opposed to the McFarlane sells as in the entertainment section as well. You see Hawkman's, his face, all the similarities. He just doesn't have the hair coming out, which is okay. And you see his gray wings, which were used later on in Masters of the Universe Classics for characters like the Sorceress. You see he has the green with the little holster here to hold the mace, just like the McFarlane one. You see how close, and then the boots with the straps. Same exact thing. This is how it was meant to be, and this is how it should have been with all of them, and not the new 52 colors, even though it does look awesome. And this one comes with like some beige wings as opposed to the gray, which I also don't understand. But here you have it. And you see here, which I forgot to show you. Hold on. I forgot to show you guys, I believe. Here's the little holster to hold his mace. So there's that. So that's the main comparison. Now let me do one more comparison with the rest of the wave that this Hawkman is from. Here is the comparison with all the characters in this wave. Probably the best wave thus far that McFarlane has released. But this is the way it should have been. Original Firestorm, right? Colors. Original Sinestro colors. Original Hawkman colors, you see? But it was beautiful. It was working out beautiful. When McFarlane keep boasting up characters that, are starting to build the ranks that look really good, Add something like, the Riddler in his classic colors, as you can see there, right? Which he looks fantastic. Or, when you got other awesome characters, or awesome characters like, Catman, you're starting to see McFarlane flexing his muscles and showing how good and deep this DC collection can look. So it's just very exciting to see what the possibilities are, going forward with McFarlane Toys and the DC Multiverse universe. So now let's put Hawkman on the spinner and give you my final thoughts of this review. So here we have it, guys. Here we have Hawkman on the spinner in all of his glory, doing what Hawkman knows how to do best: look majestic. So yeah, I think Hawkman is so far one of McFarlane's best entries, as far as going deep in the catalog of characters that is not from the Batman universe, or mainly from the Batman universe of villains, because he hasn't really gone deep either with a lot of characters like with Superman. I mean, I know one of the biggest anticipated figures I'm looking forward to is Steel, and he's done like the Eradicator also in a platinum form, which also is not 100% accurate, because that Eradicator has a all black face with the shades, as opposed to having a human face with the shades, which you would have to buy an Eradicator and then maybe get another Superman head, swap it out, and then put those glasses on that face. So it's, it's just a hot mess. Sometimes it feels like McFarlane does certain decisions just so he can actually get extra sales, which is okay and understandable if, since he uses different molds and when he makes figures, he doesn't always use or reuse body molds. It's very rare when he does. Most of the figures are all brand new sculpts, and if they're not, it's mainly, or it'll be at least 90% new sculpt and only like 10% reuse. So, with the level of detail and painting, I think that, he really does a great job. But he needs to, especially with this collector's edition line, instead of giving us something like this, right, he needs to give us maybe more hands, effects, and maybe even two portraits, regular and a stern portrait like this, and maybe a yelling, angry one, just for more dynamic. Because I think those are accessories and things that you can give consumers that will make the value feel better, because it's something that they want more, as opposed to a trading card or a display that shows the trading card off in a nice way. And I'm pretty sure some people that enjoy the trading card, but I think for the most part, people will probably appreciate, interchangeable hands, an extra portrait, some lighting effects, effects for the characters, depending on the characters. It's just, a lot of different things like that. But overall, this is an amazing Hawkman. He should have made this the mainline one, so good luck to all of you who are trying to look for it and find them cheap. I think I got him the cheapest that I could at the time, and he's just going to go up if he doesn't release this in some way, shape, or form that everybody can get their hands on it. I think he probably will find a way. It's maybe different little adjustments, like the wings coming gray as opposed to beige. I had to buy 2 of them in order to do this. That's different, which is also messed up, but it is what it is. And then, or maybe he might not release it at all, which sucks, or which sucked big time. But the point is, I hope you guys that do want it like this have the opportunity to get them, because I know I wanted them real bad like this, and I didn't hesitate, and I went for the cheapest one I can find right away, because I know it's going to go up in price based on what I've seen with his other platinum editions. So, guys, I think I recommend him. He should definitely be in your shows, especially as a core character that's new and part of the DC world. That is not, like I said, from a Batman or from a Superman's gallery. He's actually a different character. Like I said, I can't wait to see what he does with somebody like Hawk, which is all gray and red, and Dove. So, guys, give me a thumbs up if you like my review. A thumbs down if you didn't like it. Share this video with someone you think might like it. As always, thank you for all of you that continue to support my channel, because without you, it would not be sustained. And if you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I invite you to subscribe or to join the movement. And if you did, I really appreciate it, and it means the world to me, because I know you didn't have to, but since you did, just remember that I consider you now part of my family. And as always, you guys can find me in any social media outlet or platform. Just look it up down in the description below with my Twitter or Instagram information. Or you guys, if you ever want to donate anything to the channel so I can highlight and showcase like this, I will be more than humbled, more than honored to do so. It will be my pleasure. Just hit me up on those social media outlets through DM, and we'll work out the particulars, like, shipping, where you can send it out, and things like that. One last thing, if you guys want to help my channel directly, because you like what I do and you want to help me keep growing and get bigger and do better things like this, and continue to do them, whether it's video game related or figure related or pop culture in general, there is a way you can do so if you have the means to. If you want to, from the kindness of your heart, you can do it with my information for my Patreon and PayPal accounts, which are also down in the description below. Remember, not mandatory, only if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. Guys, there is my review of the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. I believe it's the collector's edition, platinum edition Hawkman from McFarlane, obviously, toys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like it. This is your host, Hebot, signing off. I'll see you guys in the next episode real soon. Love you, and see you then. Bye-bye.